Planning a trip to Japan but not sure where to start? In this video, I'm going to walk you through a complete 10-day itinerary. Tokyo, a day trip to Hakone, Kyoto, and Osaka, with a full budget breakdown included. This was all generated in seconds using a free tool called PlanJapan at planjapan.app. Let me show you exactly how it works. So here's PlanJapan. It's a Japan-only itinerary planner that builds you a day-by-day schedule with real activity suggestions, travel times between cities, and a detailed cost breakdown. The first thing to do is pick your cities. I'll select Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka as our three main hubs. Now, here's a great feature. If you hover over any city, it tells you a little about it and how many nights the planner recommends spending there. You can also add day trips. I'll add Hakone. It's one of the best day trips from Tokyo, famous for its onsen hot springs and views of Mount Fuji. I'll click it to add it to our itinerary. The interests are already set to food, history, nature, and shopping by default, which covers the best of what Japan has to offer, and I'll leave the budget on mid-range. Now, I'll hit generate, and there it is, a complete 10-day itinerary. Let's walk through it day by day. Day 1 is arrival day in Tokyo. The planner keeps it light. Just check in and get oriented. You've got Sensoji Temple in Asakusa, which is best before 8 a.m. to beat the crowds, then Meiji Shrine and Yoyogi Park in Harajuku, and Takeshita Street and Omotesando for shopping in the afternoon. One thing I love about PlanJapan is that each activity is grouped by neighborhood, so you're never zigzagging across the city wasting time on transport. You can also click on any activity name to open it directly in Google Maps so you can see exactly where it is. Let me click on Meiji Shrine. Day 2 in Tokyo. We've got Akihabara Electric Town in the morning, great for anime, retro games, and electronics. Then Shinjuku in the evening, Omoide Yokocho, which is a tiny alley of yakitori stalls dating back to the 1940s, and Golden Gai with over 200 theme bars. There's also Don Quixote Shinjuku, Japan's iconic 24-hour megastore. The planner notes that tax-free shopping is available for purchases over 5,000 yen if you bring your passport. Day 3, we've got Tsukiji Outer Market for breakfast, which opens from 5 a.m. Then Hamarikyu Gardens, a tidal garden from 1654 surrounded by skyscrapers, and a Deepachika food hall crawl. And in the evening, Shibuya Crossing and Shibuya Sky Observation Deck. Now, here's something really useful. Day 2 is our Hakone day trip, and PlanJapan has worked out the travel automatically. It's the romance car or Odakyu train from Shinjuku, about 1 hour, 25 minutes each way. And right there, next to the Hakone day header, there's a book button for the Hakone Day Pass, which covers all the transport around the Hakone area, including the ropeway, the lake ferry, and the scenic train. I'll click that now. For Hakone, we've got Mount Fuji views from Lake Ashi, best before 10 a.m. before clouds build, then Owakudani Volcanic Valley, the Hakone Open Air Museum, and an onsen ryokan experience. It's a full day and one of the highlights of any Japan trip. Day 5, we're heading to Kyoto. You can see the travel block showing Tokyo to Kyoto on the Shinkansen Tokaido line, 2 hours, 18 minutes, and right there is a book button for the Shinkansen. I'll click that. This links directly to Klook, where you can book your bullet train ticket in advance. On arrival in Kyoto, we go straight to Fushimi Inari Taisha, the famous thousands of torii gates, open 24 hours and best in the late afternoon to avoid crowds. Day 6 in Kyoto, Kiyomizu-dera Temple on the wooden stage over a cliff, best at sunrise. Then Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion, arrive at opening to beat the crowds, very busy by 10 a.m. And in the evening, a walk through the Gion district on Hanamikoji Street to spot Maiko around 6 p.m. Day 7, Nishiki Market Food Tour, Nijo Castle with its famous nightingale squeaking floors, Philosopher's Path Canal Walk, and Ryowanji Rock Garden, best visited quietly before 9 a.m. Day 8. We arrive in Osaka, just 28 minutes from Kyoto by Shinkansen. Kuromon Ichiba Market, Osaka Castle, Dotonbori Street Food, walk in the evening, takoyaki, okonomiyaki, kushikatsu, and Hozenji Yokocho, a moss-covered stone lantern alley best after dark. Day 9, Shinsekai Neighborhood and Tsutenkaku Tower, Denden Town for electronics and manga, and Don Quixote Dotonbori with the giant Ferris wheel on the facade, open 24 hours. Day 10 is Departure Day. Namba and Shinsai Bashi shopping, then Pokemon Cafe Osaka if you manage to book ahead. Reservations open exactly 31 days in advance at 6 p.m. Japan time and fill within minutes. And Umeda Sky Building Observation Deck is a great last stop before the airport. Now, let's look at the budget. I'll click the Budget tab. For two travelers on a mid-range budget, the total trip cost comes out at $6,009, or $3,004 per person. That's around 955,000 yen at current exchange rates. Worth noting, this itinerary falls during cherry blossom season and overlaps with Golden Week, which is Japan's busiest domestic travel period. Accommodation prices typically run 30 to 50% higher during this time, so if you're traveling outside of peak season, your total will likely be noticeably lower. The biggest cost is flights at $1,715 for two, roughly $857 each return from the US to Tokyo, with a range of $600 to $1,600 depending on when and where you book. Always check Google Flights or Skyscanner for the latest fares. Then, accommodation at $2,052 for 10 nights across 3 cities. Intercity transport, $251 for your Shinkansen bullet trains. Local transport, $132. Food and drink, $744. Activities, $413. Airport transfers, $58. And a 12% contingency buffer of $644. Everything broken down so you know exactly where your money is going. One interesting thing, for this route with the Hakone day trip, the planner calculates that a JR pass is probably not worth it. Individual tickets work out cheaper by around 65,000 yen per person, partly because the Odakyu and Hakone trains aren't covered by the JR pass anyway. So that's a complete 10-day Japan itinerary: Wilkokuad, Tokyo, Hakone, Kyoto, and Osaka. With a full budget breakdown, Google Maps links for every activity, and direct booking links for day passes and the Shinkansen. PlanJapan is completely free to use. Adjust the trip length, swap cities, change your budget tier, and regenerate instantly. Try it yourself at planjapan.app. The link is in the description below. If you want to see other routes, 14 days with Hiroshima, or a Hokkaido trip, let me know in the comments and I'll make that video next. Thanks for watching.